Which also ties it to the Manosphere. Have you ever heard the concept Manosphere?
Yeah, I heard you mention it. That's new to me. It's even more crazy with red pill content. Like,
I think math lit should just be erased.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah, just be erased.
Like, maths teaches you logic apart from just numbers and calculation. Back in my day, like when we were your age, we had done X, Y, Z.
Expectations, huh?
Ish, bro.
As a parent.
Yeah, it's important to save up for the petty. Yeah.
Some of us being non-parents.
I would say, like, as soon as you know your baby's coming, put aside like a huge fund.
Definitely.
Like petty and all these other costs,
Definitely. But are you good though?
I'm good, Dumsani.
Good.
Are we starting now? Are we on?
We're already live.
Are we live? Okay.
Yeah, we're taking it natural. We don't want to cut and paste different things. We want to keep it as natural as possible.
Keep it real.
Yeah.
Let's keep it real, bro.
So, brother man, there are expectations we all need to fulfill. It's crazy. And yeah, we're going through a lot. Sometimes a lot of the expectations we have are psychological, right? Oh, that thing is turning.
Yeah, let me fix it.
Nah.
Got it.
That's all right. Just leave
All
it.
right.
Just leave it.
Yeah.
So you see, everybody must see the raw filter.
It's genuine, hey?
Yeah, like we don't want to fake stuff.
We are the producers, the gaffers, content creators, everything.
Yeah, it's a lot. But as I was saying, there's just a lot of expectations, and I was saying that a lot of it is psychological. Like, we overthink or underthink certain things. And that causes a lot of pressure because we get stuck. But my question I have for you is like, what do you think expectations mean for you? Like, what is expected of you in the society, in the world, as a father, as a son, as a brother,
Yeah.
What does it mean to you?
Great question. What do expectations mean to me? I remember a guy once said to me, expectations are premeditated resentments. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
So when you look at someone and you have an expectation that they should do X, Y, and Z, you already have, or you are premeditating a resentment that if they don't fulfill it, that they've screwed up, basically.
That is true.
But in the bigger picture, expectations for me mean pull yourself up by your bootstraps, Pick yourself up by whatever means.
Yeah.
Make it happen. Make a way. Yeah.
Regardless.
That's what expectations. What about you, bro?
For me, obviously, I have to perform. I have to produce something that is of positivity in this world. Yes, sometimes I will not fulfill everything for everybody, but as long as I can do the best that I can, and with what ability I have, whatever ability I have. So expectations for me, it's like I'm gonna do the best that I can, what God has given me, my natural talent, and I'm gonna give that. And if people don't like what I gave them, it's fine. I know that I did my best. However, it's also a learning curve for me to try and step up my game, because sometimes you expect to do better. And you ask yourself, I should have done better there.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I couldn't do that much, but next time I'll do better. So yeah, those are what expectations mean for me. It's nothing much. I don't have a big definition. Yeah, oh, the wind. Hopefully these microphones will work, guys. Oh yeah, again, hello guys. Welcome back to episode 2. I'm here with my brother Shiloni. As always. So yeah, we're just trying to push this content in, guys. I mean, we have to have conversations like this, and I believe that they will help a lot of us in society, because we do have a lot of expectations from other people and expectations of ourselves. So we really need to do something. So today we're going to talk about the weight of expectations, what expectations are, and also some red pill content.
Yeah,
It is the wind, eh?
Much better.
One-man crew. Even if I sponsor, please do sponsor us, guys. I want things are moving around. But we'll do the best we can. And yeah, again, we're going to be talking about the red pill content because it's prevalent. It's not only on the manosphere, it's also the femosphere. So we're going to we're going to indulge in those topics and try and unpack it for you so that you can understand. Welcome, brother.
Sure, brother, man. Good to always be with you. And these conversations keep the brain sparkling, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But I mean, when we think again about like expectations, right? So there's this bar, this standard that is set for us to have to work towards, have to reach, you know? I mean, there's a certain metric that you have to have pulled certain things by a certain age, right? Or you are unsuccessful if you haven't done those things. And it's even more crazy with red pill content, like guys out there that are flexing wild success, Patek Phillips, Paganis,
Andrew Tate,
your Dan Bilzerians, and all these guys, you know?
Yeah.
And quite often when these guys speak of success, they speak of it like
monetary wise,
and like as if we're all starting from the same base.
Yes.
I mean, take Kenyan runners, right? Those guys have an advantage, bro.
Yeah.
If you're born in a place with a high altitude, if you're born in Kenya, bro, the altitude, the air there is so thin. And if you can manage to run there, you're obviously going to have an advantage over like inland and coastal guys.
I didn't know that. Eh?
Yeah, it's how it works. So that's why those guys are always dominating, you know? I mean, look at the basketball scene. You've got these Sudanese guys, guys like Bol. Like, Sudanese genes are you're just going to get tall guys.
True.
So, yeah, man, the story of success isn't just like linear, you know? And people make it look like you have to just pull yourself up by your bootstraps, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking of other things. I'm going to be embarrassing myself.
No, shoot, man. Shoot.
Question again.
Shoot,
I lost track.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can just ask you a question again. I lost track.
Yeah?
Yeah, just ask the question. Like what?
Like ask you a question. Yeah. Okay. So my question was like, what do you think, like how people almost, what do you call those books? Self-help books.
Oh, self-help, yeah.
Right? And red pill guys act as if everyone should be capable. Well, we are all born equal, true.
Oh, yeah.
But like, there's so many factors, bro.
Yeah.
Like I just gave you an example. Let's take Bill Gates, bro.
Okay.
Not everyone had access to he was one of the first people to have access to a computer.
Yes.
And that access gave him a big edge, you know?
Yes.
There's this guy, George Bush's son. He keeps on saying like, he used to keep on saying that like, I'm my own man. I made myself. And that's kind of like bull. Your dad was a thingy, a senator.
Yeah.
Your dad was eventually president. Of course, you've got a head start, you know?
Yes. So that's like an unfair advantage. Everybody has some sort of unfair advantage that's going to leverage or put you at a better place than someone else. So whatever you have, use it to the best of your ability. Like you mentioned, the guys from Kenya with the high altitude and they're able to run. That's why they're able to perform in marathons and all that. So whatever leverage you have, if you could maximize that, I think you can go far.
Yeah.
Go far. I can just put it that short.
But the problem starts when you turn that leverage into an expectation that everyone
should do the same.
Should be capable, bro.
Oh, yeah.
If you are excelling in a certain field, if you are Andrew Tate, right? Andrew Tate didn't come from a poor family.
Well, he says it did, but
nigga had access to like boxing clubs.
True.
Which not every kid has. Lewis Hamilton. I mean, the nigga literally grew up in a golf cart, not a golf cart, what do you call those carts, race carts?
Race carts, yeah.
Basically, like from the point that he could walk, he was already being put in a vehicle. Like MotoGP riders, bro. Yeah. You started off from an early age and you're gonna rock that scene.
Soccer players. And what,
You know, I mean, take your mouth. Well, he had the talent in him, but like the guy was raised in it. You know,
been playing, bro.
he's been playing. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, so it's an unfair advantage, I guess. Yeah, I guys know. I feel a bit off today.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so I stay with my parents, and you know, sometimes I don't want to disappoint them because they expect me to be a better child. And it puts me in a lot of pressure sometimes, because this podcast right now, we were supposed to shoot it at like some 30 minutes back, but I had to postpone because I had to fulfill my parents' expectation. And I was scared of telling them that, hey, I'm shooting a podcast, leave me alone. Because I was like, hey, is that thing giving you money? You know? If it's not, do my work. You know? So it's just that thing. Hey, sometimes I was like, hey, what must I do now? Because my parents expect me to do better. But I also expect myself to do better. You know, sometimes you got to have that line where you're like, I also need to take care of myself. I also want to do what I need to do, because I'll never know how far I'd come.
Yeah.
How far I will come with this. You never know. We might be stuck here, or we might be Chris Williamson, Steve Bartlett, your Joe Rogan type of stuff. We're not expecting millions, but it could get there. You know, your McGee's, your Penwells. So, yeah, I feel as if I'm in that point in my life where I'm trying to move away from my parents' expectations. Yeah. I'm still grappling it, but we'll make it way.
Wait, so I think both our parents are boomers, ne?
Yeah, boomers.
Yeah, I don't know if you get this thing from your folks, like back in my day, like when we were your age, we had done X, Y, Z.
Nah, that's my grandmother.
That's your grandmother. It's more like that. Yeah.
I remember today, actually, I had a conversation with her, and she's like, you know what, back then, everything, we used to live nice. It was safe. You could leave your stuff and no one would come in and steal. Everybody loved one another.
Yeah.
Because of that, because they were the same. It was a homophilic type of relationship between the people. They were all the same, and nobody was seen as better than the other person. And then now she's saying that things are bad now because one person is up here and another person is down here. So it creates a gap where there's formed emotions of jealousy and all that. And I'm like, okay, makes sense. But yeah, it's my grandmother says that. My dad doesn't say it like back in the day.
Yeah.
Just my grandmother.
So here's the thing that always gets to me when boomers go like, back in our day. I mean, bro, back in their day, a Cressida GL brand new was like 2,000 Rand, man. It was like 4,000 Rand. You could get yourself a Toyota Baki single cab and start life with 4,000 Rand. You could have a mid-level job.
In today's currency, how much would that be?
Oh, dude, how much is a single cab today? How much is like a single cab Toyota, like base model? It's like 400,000.
Yes, 400. Yeah, 400 to 5.
Yeah. So
it's quite a lot.
So, I mean, I kind of get them where they're coming from, but like things have changed so much, man. We're living in a time where back they could own houses, man.
Definitely.
They had like single income, like dad was working, mom was taking care of the kids. It's impossible today with these dual income households. Both husband and wife are working and you're just barely scraping rent. You have to drive a base model Suzuki Espresso that is like a death can waiting to crash at 40 and eliminate you guys from life. Yeah, I mean, boomers had it quite different. Yeah,
they had it quite very different. You remember, you read a lot, brother, man. World War and Great Depression and all that. You remember when people or soldiers were coming back from war and then they decreased housing interest, like the amount you can. There was even a point, but this is American stats, where they decreased the interest to 0, where you don't have to put money down for a house. You can just get it like that because everybody was trying to rebuild. Soldiers had no purpose outside of war, so they had to find certain things to do. And I realized that they borrowed from the future. They took interest rates down, but it was going to spike in inflation because the system or monetary value could not hold up. You are literally printing money, and the demand is high, the supply is down, so it's kind of like creating that inflation loop. So it's like now we are paying for our parents' type of sins.
Yeah.
So, and they also expect us, hey, get married, go to find a wife, beautiful wife, have a nice car, get a house, get out of my house. That type of thing. And I'm always asking myself, because my dad is always telling me, I got my first child when he was 22. He got his first child when he was 22. And he's always looking at me sometimes with like, so when are you getting yours? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe if the podcast makes me money, that's when.
You're going to go out there.
Yeah, but either way, it's certain expectations they have. And yeah, you're right. The boomers did have it easy for them.
And they screwed everyone over, bro. I'm saying it out loud. I'm putting the blame on the boomers. Okay, before the boomers, right, you had the greatest generation.
Yeah.
They went to World War II, and they literally rebuilt the economy post the Great Depression.
Yes.
Right? They put everything together, put railways, put infrastructure, put skyscrapers up, and they literally passed their wealth on to the boomers, right?
Yeah.
Now, boomers, I just feel like they've got this thing of like, it's my wealth, it's my money, I work for it, go hustle, go hunt, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Meanwhile, their foundation was built off the back of the greatest generation, right? The first like houses and housing infrastructure, they literally got it through inheritance, right? And now with us, like millennials, Gen X, you get told like, bro, go make it happen. Meanwhile, what was generational has fallen apart,
Yeah.
I mean, you think of the hippies, right? Those were our parents. Those were the boomers. Like, if you think we party now, we don't party, bro. Woodstock, 1968, those were boomers. The world's biggest rock concert at the time, right? The sex revolution, those were boomers, bro. Rock and roll, psychedelics.
Yeah.
They used to party, bro. Okay, let's bring it back home. The Sophiatown jazz scene, bro. They literally created this hypnotizing, magnetizing jazz scene.
Yeah.
Which would be the equivalent of today's Amapiano. Every weekend you're going out partying, and boomers gonna be like, nah, you guys party too much. Of which I do agree, but you can't just put the blame on that, bro. You can't put the blame on like coffee, that you guys are spending too much on coffee. Meanwhile, a 2-bedroom house is 900,000 Rand.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they could have done better on their part, man.
The boomers, now.
They could have done better, bro.
Yeah, they should have.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. But like, think of it. I think it's also our own screw ups as millennials and especially Gen Z, Gen Alpha.
Yeah.
Other day, so I quit smoking. It's been, I don't know how many years now. I've lost track, ne? And I was at the.
It's good that you lost track, brother, man.
Thanks, brother, man.
Good. It's good that you lost track.
Oh yeah, I was.
Good progress.
I was into it pretty deeply. So I was at the filling station, right? And I'm looking at the back of the counter. I'm looking at a pack of guai. How much is a pack of cigarettes? Like Camels. I used to be into Camels. 70 Rand, bro, a pack of guai.
Now?
Yeah.
As well.
70 Rand for like a 20 pack. And you just ask yourself, how on earth are boomers, are we smoking? Are we drinking? Bro, I don't know how much a 6-pack of beer is right now, but I think it's like in the 120s.
Yeah, it's more.
Right?
Yeah.
6-pack barely gets you buzzed. You're probably spending like 400 Rand, 500 Rand on a weekend,
Yeah, eh?
So it's also, part of our own part to blame, our consumerism. Yeah. Yeah. What are your thoughts?
Another thing, it's the boomers have created a standard of what the next generation thinks life should be. You see them have cars, you see them have houses, see them established. And then they set a standard where we are supposed to be better than that. But monetary wise, it's like, it's not sustainable because prices then are not the same as prices now. Just like how you're saying the camel prices are like $70, beer and all that. So it's like we now have to work twice as hard. Doesn't matter. We should be working twice as hard. But to some degree, life is always going to feel like it's too expensive because of the prices having increased. And it's like, I will never be better than my parents. I don't know. There are some studies that say that Gen Z should be better than their parents, but the income does not indicate that. It's American studies I don't have now, so I don't want to give false information here because that's misinformation now. Probably going to be put into court. That regulation of podcasts, spreading false information, all that. But anyways, so there's just that high bar that has been set by your boomers, and they want us to exceed that. It's quite difficult, and we really need to work twice as hard.
Yeah.
It's doable. I mean, there are some people who are in our generation that are doing it and excelling. So we should look up to them. However, I do think that as much as we can look up to them, it's not all of us that can be entrepreneurs. Some of us have to stay in the lane. But I encourage everybody to try whatever they need to try so that they can see if they get to that point where they can meet the expectations of the former generation. It's not always a must to meet expectations. You can do whatever you want. This is your life. I remember a quote that said, "Your life is your life. Know it while you have it."
Word.
So if you can just do whatever makes you joy, whatever makes you happy, whatever gives you that sense of joy and purpose, and whatever aligns you with the purpose of God. If you could just do that, you are fine. If he decides to bless you with riches, accept that, but still be grateful. If he decides, no, my child, you are supposed to be in this level, accept that. Sometimes you can't change your trajectory, but depends on how you see it.
Yeah.
It's perception.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Some monkeys.
Oh,
Just
some
try to
monkeys.
grab a popo.
Hey.
Living in the bush.
Yeah.
I mean,
Pumalanga.
You touching onto something, right? Contentment. Yeah, we have to be content with our efforts. But how much of it do you think is just us being mediocre?
Yeah.
There's a
fine line.
There's a fine line,
It's
man.
a very thin line.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you're gonna tip over the scale of below average or above average. And yeah, like for me, for example, sometimes I'm apathetic. I'm like, what's the point? That's why my YouTube channel hasn't been doing that much, my social media, because I'm like, what's the point? Nobody cares.
Yeah.
And there was one time when I was listening to Chris Williamson. He said, people normally don't care. Actually, they do care in a way, but it's the perceptions they have about you. It be what makes them care or not. So if they see you as like a dirty person and all that, you're not well presented, you can't articulate yourself, people won't care about you. But if you're trying to put something out there which is valuable, people will care. So whatever happens, there's going to be two sides of the group. There's going to be one side that literally doesn't want you, and the other side that does. So choose the side that does want you. So I'm like, maybe I should try not to be apathetic anymore. Trying to push myself. Yeah.
I mean, big ups to you. The fact that you started this whole thing.
Yeah.
Getting the ball rolling. I don't know how many times I've just sat with a pen and paper, just scribbling ideas and not actually implementing them,
Yeah.
The fact that you got to a phase and space where you just made it happen.
Yeah.
So many ideas just go on the drawing board.
True. And funny enough, I think you should be the host of this podcast. You should just start your own podcast. Because sometimes I'm like, yeah, what are people saying? What are people thinking? This guy is sounding like this, but it's like some words don't say that. It's like there was always, okay, let me just rewind for you now. So the reason why I adopted a British accent is because I myself was not the smartest kid in class and smartest kid in school. So I wanted myself to be better in a way. Like I wanted to, make people see, oh, it's so brilliant. It sounds British, sounds white, Caucasian and all that. But I realized that because I wasn't who I wanted to be, like I had to tweak something about me, and I had to like know how to speak, articulate myself. Sometimes I'll speak to myself in the mirror every day, just speaking randomly, just trying to articulate what I need to articulate, because I expected myself to be a better speaker. Even though I was less educated. Okay, I'm still fairly educated. And then I realized that, okay, I can speak like this, but I shouldn't be dumb also.
Yeah, you shouldn't water down your brain. Yeah.
So I should read at least, get some knowledge somehow, somewhere, so that the knowledge I speak compensates for the voice I have. You don't want to have an imbalance, So yeah, there's just a lot of expectations for myself, and I was like, hey, let me just give it a try. But yeah,
people project, Dumsani. So what I've noticed in this short time that I've been on this earth is that people view you from their own lens, and their projections really also go into their expectations. So if someone's own life is a crap life, they're just more likely to criticize. I was watching this TikTok video of people giving reviews of the Kruger, people bombing the Kruger, like going like the Kruger sucks, giving Kruger like 1 star, 2 stars.
Okay,
bro, how the hell do you complain about the Kruger? How the hell do you? There's something wrong with you.
Is it international people in locals?
I think a mix of both. So someone just want to like Google reviews of Kruger National Park, and then they put together like a compilation of all those reviews. So you could be as fantastic as the Kruger.
Yeah.
You could be as majestic as the Kruger, but people will still find something to criticize one way or the other.
True.
And I think you're doing a pretty great job.
Thank you. Likewise, you too, man.
Yeah, we try, man. We try. We're knocking wood wherever we may have wood.
I also expect myself to be like you. Like being a father.
Yeah.
Something I'm dreaming of. Like I really want to take care of my own kids one day. Yeah. And I really want to run around with them at a young age, before. I don't want to have a 15-year-old when I'm 60, but looks like, life might have a different course for me, a trajectory. But I think overall now, expectations are good as long as they don't kill who you are inside. As long as you're not living someone else's life in your own body. Yeah, that's how I see expectations. I think they're good. What do you think?
I mean, that's it. You have to. There's this saying from Alcoholics Anonymous: "Be true to thine own self."
Yeah.
You live with yourself every day, and that's the crazy part. You could put up a facade. You can be like, Dan Bilzerian. Like there's this guy on. I'm not sure if you guys have checked him out on Instagram. His Instagram is flooded with like him partying with models.
The guy with the beard and his muscular.
Yeah, fit guy.
Yeah.
He's always on yachts, and in my head, I'm like, dude, if you have to put this all out, something's missing. If you're gonna be like Andrew Tate and be like, hey, look at me, I got a Patek and a Pagani and a hot girl. Like, if you have to put that out every day to the world, there's something missing. There's something you're trying to fulfill and close up. So if you can't live with yourself and enjoy yourself without going all out to the world, you have to do some introspection. But back on what you said, look, dude, I'm happily married. I love being a dad. But at the same time, I also look at your life too, and I'm like, you know what, had I spent an extra 2 years or 3 years or so, I could have maybe, done other things. Because like once you're settled down, once you're married, you can't just like hop to Cape Town or hop to China or wherever, you know. So it's got its pros and cons. It's wonderful. I would recommend it for you.
Yeah,
everything. But enjoy the stage of bachelorhood, man. You can wake up tomorrow and literally start life in Los Angeles. Like, you can just pack a backpack. I can't pack a backpack, man, and just take off into the sunset. You know?
I mean, if you and your wife decide to start life in Los Angeles, you could do the same thing.
Yeah, but it's a lot harder to just be mobile like that, you know.
Yeah,
you have to think of so many factors. You got a baby, and I love it. I wouldn't change the world for it. But at the same time, when you are in your bachelorhood stage, enjoy it.
True.
And if you are married and if you've got kids too, enjoy that too. Yeah. So whatever stage you are in, make the most of it, man. Make hay while it's still day, because
as long as the expectation doesn't turn into envy.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it will tip over to envy, and you start having, and envy will lead to resentment, of course. So as long as the expectation is healthy,
true,
that's fair enough. And speaking about your Dan, what's it, Dan Bilzerian?
Dan Bilzerian, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a big problem in the world now. We have, you know, your manosphere, your thermosphere, and to me, it looks like a net positive, but now I'm seeing it as a net negative. And the reason why I'm seeing it as a net negative is because of the flexing, you know, you're putting your stuff out there and you're doing whatever it takes to draw someone's subscription. You're making people subscribe. Sometimes you're scamming them. Like, I remember Andrew Tate, right? Andrew Tate came out when 2020, like, started.
Yeah, he blew up there.
He blew up there. I was like, I like this guy. Dope. And all that. You know, he's showing men to be men, go to the gym, read books, and do all whatever you need to be as a man so that you can excel. But recently, it's like he has changed. He's showboating, doesn't care about others. He's like, I'm better than you. He's just dissing everybody, right? And that is not a good frame or a good persona to have or tell other people, because you're making yourself look like a monster. It's like, I don't care about the world. I'm better than you. Do you have a Bugatti? Where's your Bugatti? You know that? So it's like, yeah, dude, I know you motivating people, which is good, but you got to look, everybody's not the same as you, man. And psychologically, he has drawn a lot of young men to going into his courses, the real world. And he's benefiting, bro. He's making millions out of that. I know he gives back, but he's drawing out of people's emptiness. Yeah. He's drawing out of that. So that's why now I'm like, this guy, the Manosphere people, they look like a net negative to me instead of a net positive. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it really evolved over time, you know, this whole Manosphere thing. It started off with masculinity. Like, Andrew Tate was like trying to pull guys from just gooning in their rooms to like going out into the world and seeing the world and meeting girls, and of which, look, bro, let me put it this way. Let me ask you this. Would you rather have your son following Andrew Tate or watching Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, singing Pound Town, getting into gangster rap? I just feel like Andrew Tate is over demonized. Like, his masculinity program and his thinking, yes, it's got its extreme side where it gets toxic. But compared to what is out there and what young men are being fed, bro, young men are being fed like degeneracy day in and day out. And it just really got my ears pricked up when Andrew Tate is now a problem simply because he's telling young guys that stop being a loser. Yeah. There's a lot worse out there, bro. I mean, your son could be listening to, I don't know, gangster rap. Your son could be literally watching Cardi B twerking all day, and it's not a problem. No one cares about that. But when he comes up in the picture, he's now Satan himself.
Yeah.
And I don't really agree with everything that Andrew Tate says, no wholesale, but in the net picture of things, he's a lot better than what we are being fed, bro.
True.
Yeah.
Which also ties it to the Manosphere. Have you ever heard the concept Manosphere?
Yeah, I heard you mention it. That's new to me.
Yeah, there's Manosphere. You know, I don't need a man, Indota must.
Okay.
All those type of chicks that think kill the patriarchy, like who needs men? They can all die. Men are dogs. You know, that's the Manosphere. It's literally the gender opposite of the Manosphere. You see, like, for example, I don't mind women going to the workplace and make their own money. They should be autonomous. Women should be autonomous. My problem comes when they say they don't need the other gender. Can do what I want. I don't need a man. We all need each other here. Literally, there's some things that I can do that you can't. Maybe, for example, renovating a house, building a bit. You know, there are some things that are physically demanding. And maybe you can crunch the numbers and do the accounting and say, hey, this is how much the house is costing. I think maybe we should drop it down or increase the budget a bit. You know, so we all need to work together. But when a woman says, I don't need a man, that is a problem.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what do you mean you don't need a man? God made Adam and Eve. So what are you talking about? So it's literally the polar opposite of the Manosphere, Femosphere. And the shocking part, bro, do you know that in America, Gen Z ladies, the number one religion they have is called Wicca.
No.
It's witchcraft.
That's
Hey,
wild.
my brother.
That's wild.
Gen
Man.
Z, bro.
That's
Gen
wild.
Z girls in America.
That is wild, bro.
And they are the ones preaching. You have podcasts, you'll call me daddy, whatever podcasts. They are putting the same stuff that your Fresh and Fits are putting.
Is Fresh and Fits not that guy, Myron Gaines?
Myron Gaines.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, man, I feel as if we are corrupting the youth. Because now the youth is overfed with information. They don't know what to do about it. They don't know whether to, you know, to be a Christian or a Muslim or which. There's just information paralysis on all sides. So this culture of the Manosphere and the Femosphere, no, bro. It should be gone. Like, there's no need for us to overstimulate our youth. We're going to destroy one another. Literally. True. What do you think?
I think it all started from the dual income household, man.
Yeah.
Look, I get it. This whole thing of universal suffrage, women having voting rights. Let me not even say a lot. A particular population of women were suffering, and I wouldn't say that's the majority of women.
Yeah.
And based on that, universal suffrage came up. All women can vote. Women leaving the house and now going out into corporate spaces. And in the long run, if you think about it, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Hear me out. How so? You're a woman, right? You got your husband. Your husband goes out to work, probably from 9 to 5. You go out to work too, climbing the corporate ladder. You're doing well, but you are literally shipping your kid off to a mercenary.
Yeah. That was getting dark, eh?
Yeah, it's getting dark.
Yeah.
So, like, taking your kid to a daycare to me just doesn't really make sense.
It doesn't.
How are you gonna leave your kid with a complete stranger who's doing it for money? Right? At the end of the day, that person doesn't honestly, you're probably gonna get like 10% of people in education, teachers, kindergarten teachers that actually care about kids genuinely. But they're basically mercenaries. It's a financial transaction. If you don't believe me, imagine if the types of all teachers were closed overnight. See which teachers are going to be like, you know what, for the sake of kids, for the love of kids, I'm going to keep on going until sometime we get paid, right?
Yeah.
So kids are being shipped off to random people. Meanwhile, their moms are climbing the corporate ladder. And what do you live for? You live for your kids, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, my wife, she keeps on like mentioning this, like, you know what, if it were up to her, she'd have it like it was back in the olden days where it was a single income household where the dad goes out, you literally feed, raise your kid grows up knowing you, because no one can love your kid like you do as a mom. No one can replicate that, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, this whole Manosphere stuff, it's brutal because kids grow up having minimal connection. I mean, I think we've got now like 3-year-olds going to daycare, bro.
Yeah.
From 3, you can barely say your name, you can barely do crap.
Yeah.
And you're already being shipped off because your mom wants to climb the corporate ladder.
Yeah.
I'm glad my mom didn't climb the corporate ladder. I sucked titty like until I was like, oh, big, grown up enough, and she spent time at home with me, getting breastfed, getting, you know, that loving, nurturing love from a mom, you know. So that's the cost of it overall. Like, and ladies, I get you. I'm not demonizing you if you want to climb the corporate ladder. It is eventually your choice, and just look at the expense that you know.
You'll see on the comments if they do comment.
And I'm gonna get slaughtered.
They're gonna attack. There's nothing wrong with going and climbing the corporate ladder. My challenge is that, as you mentioned, you're shipping off your kid to a daycare, and I don't know how true is this, but they say the first 7 years of a child's life is very important, like a mother and a child and the father.
Yeah,
It's very important. They need to have that bond. This is why we're having your challenges, like your children having anger issues or whatnot. They feel detachment. They feel detached. You know, it's like some of them don't get along with their parents because of certain things. Maybe you're raised by a grandmother or you're raised by someone else, which is like your daycare institution. Most of the time you just see mom for a few hours and then next thing you're going back to your actual mom who's in class.
It's like managing 40 other kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think it creates a lot of detachment or a lot of bonding between the mom and son or daughter. So that's my problem. If maybe society could have a structure where if you have a job, right, and you gave birth, maybe they can give you that leverage or that, like a leave, maternity leave for a very long period, maybe up to a year. Maybe they say, okay, fine, you can work for 4 days a week or 3. And then the rest you can work from home, just do like you also mentioned that you were doing some admin role because of your health at school. So they could do that. They could create a system where parents, especially women, even the men also, they also need to come in and change diapers even though they don't find it masculine. But you got to do something. You got to make it not 50-50, but interchangeable. Your roles should be interchangeable. It's not always fixed. Gender roles, I believe that they're not fixed. They're interchangeable. So if she can't do something, you can't do it. If you can't do something, she can do it. But know your role as a husband and wife, you know? So when you are having those paternity leaves or maternity leaves for that period, like 3 days work, 3 days at home, that could really work for society because we're getting to really bond with our children. It's on. They get to know us. We're hugging them. They're feeling. And I believe that can create a healthy emotional child because of that period of 1 to 7 years where they're just so close to you, you know. And society would be better. We wouldn't have kids killing one another or doing certain things because they feel neglect. You know, it'll literally kill all of that.
But yeah, I mean, late stage capitalism, like the corporate machine doesn't care
doesn't care.
Bro, the corporate machine just wants to churn out revenue, quarterly revenue. They don't give a crap that you don't see your baby, that your baby's being raised by a stranger.
That is true.
You have to make that decision for yourself. Like you mentioned that, like, you know, the first 7 years, true. That is more than true. That's the foundation.
Yeah.
But just like a house, the foundation is the most important part.
Yeah.
And most people think, nah, it's later on where you can start building a person's character. Nah, the impression is that are made upon a child from the point of birth, from birth to 5. It really forms your character. Are you going to be outgoing? Are you going to be confident? How are you going to react in rooms? And
Yes.
it's so crazy. I don't know if you've seen how schools are lately. Like, they do this whole thing of matriculants having to cover like the whole curriculum and like not going home till 7 o'clock, having Saturday, Sunday classes. There wasn't going to be a need for that if the work was done at the bottom, right?
Definitely, yeah.
So they're trying to pack in so much of which was just supposed to be done from get-go. Yeah.
And we wouldn't be passing with 40% or 30.
Bro, we're producing like politically incorrect, but we're producing morons. That's what we're doing in this country.
Unfortunately.
We watered down education.
Yeah.
And what did you get? You get matriculants that are completely illiterate. I've met so many illiterate people who this person's got a matric, but they can barely put together a sentence, and it's sad.
It's really sad.
Yeah.
That's why we have an engineering problem.
Yeah.
Have you seen it on the news?
No. What's that?
SA needs more engineers. We need more engineering students because, that's why they're also scraping out some humanities courses.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've heard about it, right?
Okay.
Yeah. In some universities, we'll scrap out.
They're phasing out.
Yeah, they're phasing out certain courses because they're not relevant. So there needs to be a shift, and we're not producing engineers. And that's because people are scared of maths and physics. I remember I ran away from physics because I was scared. I was like, okay, so my teacher was very strict and she was hard, and I was very soft. So I left because, I thought this physics is not for me. So I went to computers. But I realized that the education, the university entrance was going to be little. It was shrinked a bit because I didn't have physics. But it's all right. However, people or students have the option to take maths lit. And that's an easy path, So that's why we have an engineering problem now. That's why there's a demand for engineering, because people are just choosing math lit instead of pure math and physics. So, I think math lit should just be erased.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah, just be erased.
Like, maths teaches you logic. Apart from just numbers and calculations, you need to think logically. And that could be why we're having such a brain drain and such a deficit in critical thinkers in this country.
Yeah.
And that also passes on to how you're going to vote.
True.
How you're going to push for certain legislation to come forward, because you're not so well versed in certain things when you're deprived of mathematics. You're not so well versed in logic.
Yeah.
It's got a serious knock-on effect. That's probably not gonna feel it today, really.
Yeah.
But like 50 years from now, you've got a country of people that can't really rub two brain cells together. Again, I'm being politically incorrect and being mean, but it is what it is. Bring back maths. Make it compulsory.
Yeah.
I believe every child has the ability to learn.
True.
Support the children to understand it instead of scrapping it.
Yeah.
If it means, I remember my dad. He held me back. I was telling my wife yesterday, she laughed at me so hard. He held me back from going from grade R to grade 1 because I was struggling with conceptualizing maths. It took me a long time to conceptualize maths.
Yeah.
And you'd have to stay behind after school to be just taught basic addition because I was crap at it,
Yeah.
And I was a late bloomer, but eventually, because of the support that I had, I understood it. I wasn't some Einstein, but I got by, and more kids could do with that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we really need it, brother man. We really need math. We just need intellectually capacitated people that are able to make logical decisions, are able to critically think, is this a good, is this right? Should it be done this way? If I could have done it that way. We just need those people, because if we have those people in a society, then trust me, there can be a lot of cooperation, because we are not just seeing from a sense of self. We're seeing from the other person's shoes. We're putting ourselves in other people's shoes. We're seeing from their perspective. That's what I wanted to say. So if we could have that, so our country will be better. We will not be having this debates of gender wars and manosphere and thermosphere. And yeah, basic education from a young age. Okay, starting from childhood, with bonding with your parents and your mom and dad as a child, having strong education, that could be the gateway to a good and successful life and a prosperous society. Because everything has been foundational from the beginning and it's been built upon. That's what we need.
Amen, brother.
That's what we need. We wouldn't be fighting here. Look, now some of us are trying to find love, and we're always being judged based on how we wear. Some people are willing to listen, but some don't. They like the show Pop the Balloon.
Oh, that's brutal. I've seen this girl going like, a guy just appears.
I remember there's one time where one popped the balloon, but then heard what the guy had to say, then wanted the balloon back.
Too late. And that happens in real life.
Yeah. So,
man,
hey,
it's wild out there, man.
It's wild. We wouldn't be having these problems if the foundation was very good from childhood, schooling until adult life.
Yeah, if you were properly not indoctrinated, properly taught, you wouldn't fall for slogans, man. You wouldn't fall for political slogans and smear campaigns. You'd think of a politician in the broader sense of things. Look, what is this guy's economic policy?
Yeah.
What are the ramifications of what this guy, his manifesto? Instead of looking at some slogan and then concluding, nah, he's bad for us. Oh, he's good for us,
Yeah.
And it's what it's done to us now. People just can't even begin to scratch the surface.
True.
And with the Americans, it's so much different. I love the American political discourse, because you just go on Twitter and you see how people unravel and have this political discourse that is really intellectual, not based on slogans and smear, but what is the policy behind this particular candidate, Because we had such great politicians in this country that have simply been sidelined by propaganda.
True.
And the only way to battle propaganda is to be informed, is to be logical, which unfortunately, it's not so in our country, man.
It's a problem. Brother man, any closing remarks that you want to have for the audience?
Gratitude, man. Thanks, Dumsani, for creating the space where we can just blurt out our thoughts. Some are destructive, some are great. So, you pick for yourself.
Some don't make sense.
Some are just, pure crap.
Yeah.
But thank you, man, for creating this space, man.
It's a pleasure. And thank you for, just sitting down with me and talking. Because doing it alone sometimes can feel like, hey, what am I going to say? But yeah, thank you for just being willing. And I know you have work tomorrow, but you just decided to take the time to sit down and do this podcast with me. So I'm really grateful. It means a lot, actually.
I wouldn't miss this for anything.
It means a lot. Dankeschön.
Yeah, man.
In German, Dankeschön.
Only thing I know in German is Scheiße. It means shit. That's the only German word that I know. Guten Morgen. Okay, I do know a bit. Guten Morgen, good morning. What else do I know? I think it ends there.
Ends there, né? Either way, yeah.
Let's call it a night.
Expectations, family, parents, they're watching. Oh yeah, I still need to buy our garden man food.
You still have errands to run. Okay, let's call it a night.
Yeah,
6 o'clock,
yeah.
shop's about to close.
Yeah.
I gotta bath the baby, my favorite time. Rubber ducky time.
Yeah, it's been awesome, brother, man.
It's
Thank you
been
so
good.
much. I appreciate
It's
it.
always a pleasure, man.
Thank you.
Our ways.
Yeah.
All right. And
Hey, guys,
to our audience,
please do subscribe, like the video, and share, comment. This is our second podcast. It's running strong. Thank you for the previous video. I see there was engagement and I really appreciate that. So I'd like more engagement with you guys. It would really, English, it would be really nice. One of the English is running away.
tongue twister.
That's why I was struggling, trying to articulate myself and trying to sound perfect, but you'll never be perfect as long as you're good enough for people to understand. That's fair. But otherwise, thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. I wonder when that will be.
Salute.
Ciao.